Alright, welcome back to another fantasy video. Let's quickly start off with the Cluj-Napoca group stage. That's what it's called, right? Yep. Uh, Overall, it went okay. I feel like I should have been in the top 10% slash top 5% slash top 10%. But, well, I didn't expect Body and 3D Max to lose to Saw like they did, so that could have kind of netted me some more points. Overall, Body was a decent pick. The entry fragger roll proved to be quite okay. Just didn't have any of the big hitters needed to crack that top rank, unfortunately. It is what it is. We move on. Looking at the bracket for the playoffs, Kane's first big event playoffs, not touching them. And if you look at the stats for them this event, I mean, even Davideus has not been that great. So, I don't know. I just don't have any belief in them. I usually do, but when it's playoffs time, I wouldn't really touch them. Mouse is an intriguing option because of the pricing. Like Gympat at 203k is crazy. Potentially a good pick. Mongols, the obvious favorites on this side of the bracket. Senzu seems to be back to normal, kind of. His hand seems to have healed. So, I'm probably going to go with the boring route on this one. I'm not going to lie. I'm not even going to talk about Astralis because they're just trash at the moment. Falcons, yeah, they show some better Counter-Strike, but they're not going to beat Eternal Fire. End of story. Even though Eternal Fire are not the greatest on stage, which we will get back to. Face against Saw, unless this is a repeat of, what was it, Katowice last year or Cologne or something, then Face should easily take this. And I think it's quite fair that everyone is pretty much picking Face, and I'm gonna be leaning into that same hype. It just looks super strong, and we know what Face are like when they get into the arena. There's, in my eyes, it's just Face all the way here. Which is why I'm gonna straight up show you my draft. Which is, now the boring thing is, like, I drafted this and I was like, yeah, I don't love the weak Mongols here. And no one really seems to be going with the chicken out strats for this because of the third place decider. And I kind of get that. As we can see, my players are pretty much in the most picked here, which I don't love. But I don't think really anyone, or not anyone, most people don't have the exact same combination of players that I do, because none of the Saw players are in the top 8 picked. Because I think people are really looking at that third place decider, and I completely understand that, because you could go like something like this, because the grand final and third place decider game, they're counted as the same round. So there's no like minus points or anything if you go into the third place decider. So say Face beats EF here. Eternal Fire should beat whoever they face here realistically. Unless Mongol somehow loses here to Mouse or something. Then it could get kind of interesting. So then maybe something like a Jota lineup could work. But honestly, I'm feeling like kind of going pretty boring here. I don't want to go boring like ever, pretty much, like in my fantasy drafts, like super boring. But I just don't see any other way. I just feel like I just see Face in the grand finals already. And I know that's kind of funny because Eternal Fire have an incredible chance of beating Face, as we have seen. It's pretty much a confirmed third mapper or 3-map series already. But you know, on stage with Phase, I can't ignore that. I can't ignore that. That's why I'm just going super heavy on Phase, as Brokey likes to light up the arenas. Um, sorry. Yeah, obviously, as I said, I don't love the weak Mongols draft. Like I have two of the cheapest players from the Mongols. I'm hoping Mousinho kind of regains some of the form he showed earlier on. But that is obviously no guarantee. But I just didn't really like any of the other like drafts that I could conjure up. Like I don't really like the fact of going with like a Major or something, because like how much extra points is that really gonna net me? Like maybe in the third place decider, yeah, it could be worth it, and I could be totally proven wrong. That's fair enough. Like in this game, facing against the EF, how many points is Major gonna get there? In my eyes, not too many, but obviously I could be wrong. Seem to have a lot of mouse drafts here, and you could do incredible things if you went with like a Eternal Fire lineup. I'm not saying this is one of them, but like if you believe in EF, then the pricing is just so good that you could do some nasty things. But yeah, mouse is definitely an interesting option. I think Torshi is overall the best pick from them, as he's been really good in this tournament, and he usually is much better than say Sershin in the playoffs. So he would be my pick if I went for mouse. But yeah, this is just what I'm thinking now. Simple, kind of boring. Yeah, going big on face, go big or go home, and actually going for the chicken out strat. Fuck the third place decider game. And yeah, but as usual, I'm gonna post the link for my team at the top of the description box. You can check if I change my mind before the deadline. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it nice and short for you guys. So sorry, I'm coughing a lot. I'm being kind of sick here, but yeah. Let me know what you guys think. Um, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts, and good luck with this one. It's quite straightforward in my eyes, but let's see what happens.